おかえりなさいませ。
Okay, so I just watched Vivy episode 4. We're going to be playing mild catch up, but what I'm not going to do is talk for 20 minutes per episode, because that's going to be ridiculous as I play catch up today. What we're going to do is I'm going to talk for 7 minutes on a timer each time we do these reviews. Whatever comes to my head is what we're going to talk about. Whatever I cannot remember, I'm sorry. I'm enjoying so far what I watched of episode 4. Let's see if I enjoy more as this goes on. Let's start. Timer's now. Okay, so we have Estella, but then we also have two Estellas. And at first we're kind of like, oh, shoot. Well, I guess she just snaps and starts killing everybody from some sort of programming or some sort of error. But no, it turns out she had a twin sister. Gasp. Now, I do think this cliche is a bit overused in media, so whenever I see it, I do crack up a bit, but they still made some work out of it. Like, it's still fine to use it. Like, a cliche does not mean you can't use it, right? Diva is bumped into an older friend. The first episode, we see the little girl who Diva's with, and we later figure out, she dies in a plane accident. She's not allowed to stop it for the sake of stopping the AI, even though it seems like we're working to the opposite of that goal, right? She's like, oh, no, I'm not actually Vivy, and the little girl's really sad, right? As they're walking through the hallway, because Vivy's taking her to a safer place, we get Stella. But gasp, it's not Stella, or at least we see her wrist, and we see that she's not wearing the bracelet that Stella wears. But Vivy gets kicked, and like, the one thing this show does a really good job at when they're showing the robots is terror. Like, they get full Terminator mode. So Vivy gets kicked in the arm, and it basically just jacks up her arm. And then she's like, she falls over to the ground, the little girl falls to the ground, then Vivy gets her, and then rolls underneath this door. And right when Stella's walking towards the door, she punches the thing, and you just see it dent and start to crack. But I just felt like they did such a good job with the sound effects and with like the vibration of the punches that it really made you feel like you were almost being chased by a Terminator. For 5 seconds, I was like, oh, shoot, she's going to open that door, isn't she? I just thought it was really great. We get to, I think it's the one area that one of the other AIs was killed in, the pink-haired AI. She had her neck snapped off. Had her neck snapped off. And then we get to the point where Vivy, I thought, okay, really funny scene, right? She gets the head, I'm guessing, because, it's floating around, zero gravity, whatever. And she puts it down on the ground and then puts a jacket over it. So I'm guessing she grabbed the body and the head, and then put the jacket. But it's funnier to think she just grabbed the head and then put the jacket over the bottom, just in case anybody, would freak out about it or whatever. That was just really dumb. Another thing I thought was really funny, but it was still like, it's cool to see, because she is an AI, so you can work with this. Vivy grabs the arm of the other AI, or the pink-haired one, and then just shoves it into her own arm socket, which is like, it's a cool thing to realize, like, yeah, at any time if Vivy gets injured within this plot or story, there is a chance she can make herself recover. These are things that we can know and have in the back of our minds as we go further into the series. Very nice touch, without telling us to, like, oh, actually all AIs can transfer each or any part that they need of their body in order to repair themselves. Like, we just saw it happen. Good, we know. Great. What else was when she got plugged into, I think, is it Takamoto? What is the name of the virus? Now that we're starting another series, I have to remember more names, and I'm already terrible at names. Our future virus bear man thing, right? He plugs in Vivy a combat system, so now she is able to fight. And I thought it was hilarious that once she gets buffed, right, so she can literally just be buffed. I don't know how I feel about that in like a story writing perspective, but since this is AI again, this is fine. This works. I just wonder how far they'll take it, and hopefully that won't be too much of a cop out. Like, oh my gosh, Vivy, we're stuck in this situation where there's like 8 bombs about to detonate. What do we do? And she goes, I don't know. Quick, plug in the answer to my head. And then she figures it out, and then they're good, and then there's no problems. Like, that's going to take away all the tension from the show, if that makes any sense. But when she did get it, she started having electricity surge around her like she was a Super Saiyan. And then it just cracked me up. I was like, oh, shoot. But I did like the touch that when she got to the hallway, they do a good job of not... Like, they'll still make her kind of a waifu during the time that she's around, but they'll still give her unnatural quirks. So, like, when she's running, she feels very robotic, and things feel very stiff and weird as she's running, which is very good. We learn a little bit more about the other sister robot. The other, not Estella, I forgot what her actual name is, but the sister. We learned that she was a part of the cloning AI process to see if they can clone more AIs, which also might be a very interesting note. Also something that might be good. Who knows if they're going to try to clone somebody like Vivy, right? In the future. Or that might be a goal. There's a lot of headcanon things you can think about with this. But they eventually threw the sister away in the trash. Not sure why yet. It's very strange. The sister and her never actually saw each other. They were just connected in the head. As we see back in reality, we get to the guy who was saved by Vivy. I think it was 2 episodes ago. And he is still on this anti-robot spree. Like, it only made him more dedicated to the cause, I'd say, right? And not only that, he's now the leader. So we had such a time skip where he was like the young recruit who just joined the boss. And now he's learning underneath the boss to the big threatening guy who's now a part of the team and he's leading them. And he's got a scar on his face. So that was a very... It's just weird that happens, huh? But that's, that's what happens with people's lives. You just don't get to see it like happen like that. So that's an interesting use of the time travel, showing us how that works. He was saved, however, he saved the AI, the younger sister AI, right? And that's the reason why she's so dedicated in doing what he's saying currently. But as he goes out to risk his own life because he sees Vivy again and he wants to take her down, he throws himself out there. Oh, my bad. He's gonna go try to get himself killed because he knows he's not gonna make it out. But then she goes, "No, I can't let you do that, master." And shows up, puts like a needle to his neck that makes him pass out instead. And now he has been saved by an AI twice. I don't feel like that's gonna help him feel better. He's probably gonna be more stubborn about it. But who knows? Maybe that time he'll be like, "Oh, I guess when they saved me, it means because they cared about me." I have like 30 seconds left. All right. The fight scene. Oh, wait, I might have to go a little longer than this. The fight scene between Vivy and the younger sister was so good. And it made me so mad that whenever people talk about this anime, all I ever hear from Vivy is, the plot is so intricate, which is a good one. That one's fine. But then they also just say things like, but Vivy's like just so cute. Like, I understand Vivy is cute. I'm a hypocrite. I do this with Vladlina all the time in 86, all right? But don't you say anything. I don't hear a single word. But, like, had you told me that the fight scenes in this would be that lit, like, they had Naruto-level choreography with the punches and kicks. It wasn't that level of animation, but the choreography was so good. I might rewatch that just to see it again. And nobody said anything about the fights. I don't know if there's more fights in this series, but if there are, I'm going to be more disappointed in the fan base because they never know how to sell people stuff. It's like when people try to sell Fates. I mean, I try to sell Fates. It's like when people try to sell, I don't know. I've had friends in our own community who have tried to sell shows, and they never go to like, here's a little thing you need to know, be hooked, and go yourself. It's always, here's everything that you need to know that you would never be interested in. All right. Anyways, fight between the sisters is really good. Vivy like hits her in the head with her head, and it made me think like, oh, is Vivy's skull tougher? Like at that point, I was a little confused. Can the sister be knocked out? And as we learned, I think the sister just actually got knocked out, which is a very interesting thing to say about an AI, that they had the capability to be knocked out because she gets back up. We have this scene where Vivy's like, I can't leave you here. I'm your older sister, and she's like, yes, and I appreciate that, but this is my goal. This is what I was made to do, was to take care of the station. You have a goal yourself. Now go do it. It was because of that goal that you even got as far as you did to help us all here. So Vivy leaves. All the humans get on the space station. We get this nice song. Like, the opening was really good, and then like the music in here was also really good. The opening was really kind of cool. I'm gonna have to take notes and just go over the opening, I guess, eventually in another video. But then we see that the other sister is still there. It seems that either she lost her memory a little bit or something. Like, it was a little strange on that end. That's on me for not noticing that one. That's fine. Again, we're just playing catch up here. And then they sing a song together as they close out the space station before it crashes into the, I'm guessing, the ocean. I'm guessing because everybody was rescued, it's fine now. I believe that was the issue, that all the people on board died as well with it. But since it's just the AI and it's just the station, they'll be like, well, the AI did get everybody out safely, and accidents do happen. So, yeah, and I don't believe most people know that it was like an AI that ruined the thing. They'll probably just believe the station was falling apart or whatever. So, yeah, this is a very nice touch. I've already almost hit 10 minutes. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to watch the next episode, and then you'll get my further thoughts of me rambling like a crazy person. Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye.